So a couple months back, I took a drive up to Chicago, not just for the pizza, but for a good friend. I ended up sitting there, and
Friend,
yes,
friend,
yes, a friend. This
friend.
friend was like, "Hey, I'm watching this series on Netflix. I'd like to, kind of pop off a few episodes." So I was like, "All right, that's cool. Go ahead and throw it on." And I was just grubbing on some food. They popped it on, became addicted. The show is you. The show is you. And not only did we finish season one while I was
Oh, you
there.
did watch season one.
No, I picked up halfway through because I didn't
Okay,
think.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so halfway through season one, all the way to the end, and then we started season two. When I got back to Nashville, I ended up watching the last like four episodes immediately. I got hooked on it, and I love the show. And you just finished it, so I'm a
Yes,
little fuzzy, but you're fresh on it.
it's
So
okay.
let's
It's
banter.
okay. Well, I do want to start off by saying, because this will surprise you, this show actually started on Lifetime.
Really,
Yes, season one was
I can
on
see that.
Lifetime. They ended up canceling it. Netflix got it,
Hmm.
and I don't remember if they like finished season one on Netflix or they like got it after season one was already 100% complete and then aired on Netflix.
Okay.
But it was originally started on Lifetime, which so if you see a difference in season one and season two, like a major like production difference or something, that's probably the reason why. Um,
I couldn't put
I,
season two down. I could not put
yeah,
that bitch down at all.
yeah, it was. I will say season one was a little bit. I'm glad I binged season one because I think it would have been harder to watch season one like week by week on
Hmm.
Lifetime, which is maybe why the ratings were so low and they ended up canceling it
Gotcha.
because season one's you have to binge it. Season two, you can't help but binge it because you can't stop watching
It
it.
was good.
Uh, so yeah, we're gonna jump into spoilers here.
Yep.
Uh,
There's your little
no,
warning. Put the
yeah,
little tag at the bottom or whatever. Hold on,
I
hold on.
will.
I'll hold it up. Right there. Put it right there.
No.
Don't make me look like an idiot.
Fine, I'll put it right there. um, so what did you? Because this isn't a show that I would actually picture you watching, to be
That's why I didn't pick it.
honest.
And they were like, "Hey, I'm just watching this, and I'm really into it." And I was like, "All right, cool." I fell in love with it. It was like a
What?
modern. It felt like a modern day Dexter, which nothing has
Yeah.
been like Dexter since season four ended with Dexter. Yeah, all you Dexter fans understand that joke. But no, that's it was enjoyable. The second season, the character Love, I
Yeah.
know somebody just like her. And when it turned at the end, that twist at the end with
Hmm.
her ended up like killing the girl and then letting
Oh
him
my
out of the
god.
cage, that it
I love how you just jump straight to the season finale.
you know me, get to the meat and
You're
bones.
just like this. This is how you talk about a show.
No, I'm all over the place. No, but when I saw that, I was like, yes, that I can see. I know this person, and I can see them doing that because I can see myself being as like the main character as well. But he becomes not like that, not like that. Calm down, calm down. Obsessed with somebody, obsessed with somebody. Not that
Mhm.
obsessed. Not where I like
Okay.
stalk them 100%. Not 100%, maybe 75.
Oh,
But
okay.
but no, I could relate to at least the main character. But
I,
until
I don't
he,
understand how you can relate to the main character and
no.
not be a creepy, obsessed
I guess
stalker.
I'm a creepy sucker. I need to shut the fuck up. You go ahead and talk, and
Dude,
whoever's fucking digging through the drawers needs to shut the hell up. Can you hear me? Can you hear me right now?
no, no, cannot. Um, so yeah, Joe, I find very, very creepy, which you're supposed to find creepy. He actually said in an interview, he was like, if anybody actually likes his
Fuck.
character, he was like, from a girl's, like he was saying, if girls want
Oh,
to date Joe, he was like, you have problems. Like you shouldn't want to date this
it's
guy.
about 50% of Tinder. It's about
Like
50% of Tinder right
he's
there.
he's creepy, and it's interesting from the actor's perspective because he was on Gossip Girl and he played a completely different character. So I love it when I see actors playing such variety of characters. You can see their range, and I also find it interesting. He has the most lines of anybody in the show. But he has the fewest lines spoken on screen every like both
Okay.
seasons
Yeah.
because so much
And
of
a
it
lot
is
of
done in his
yeah.
head.
Dexter.
Yes, and I love that they made the Dexter joke this year in the show because
Hmm.
it does have Dexter vibes. Because, but he's always so shocked every time he kills someone, And he's
He's
killed.
like, I had to do it. I didn't want to do it, but there was no
Yes.
other good option on this. And can I backtrack and try to save myself from the beginning of this video and
Sure.
say that the reason I relate is not because of the stalking and murdering, because of the manipulation of how he handles conversations and how scenes actually go, like how you're talking to somebody and leading them to the result you want them to get to be able to have their own. If you, it's like Inception. You make it think that it's their own thought, they're going to believe it and go with it wholeheartedly. But if you can guide them to that spot and then let them go, you're like, oh, there you go. So he's really good at manipulating people in the scenes.
So you are saying that you love the fact that you can manipulate people in
Like a puppet
conversations
master.
and in yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like
I work at a
having
call center. Hell yeah, I love that.
I feel like that started really early with your life. Like you would manipulate two younger sisters into doing your bidding.
Are you? Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
There
But
we
I
go.
don't know why anybody would want to date you now.
Nobody
If they
dates me
like-
anyways. Raise your hand. Single.
Okay, so I will say having Candace come back and not actually being dead and getting more of that story and having flashbacks to her perspective of what happened, I really enjoyed that because season 1 you just see everything through his eyes and his explanation on why he had to kill her, and then she shows up at the end of season 1, you're like, she's not dead, or is he like hallucinating? So I was happy to kind of see what happened with her. I did find it interesting, though, that she still didn't go to the police. I mean, well, she went to the police, but she didn't have any proof. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah,
like,
because he's good at covering his tracks and handling everything, and he's
is
very.
it because he's a book reader? He's like
no,
read everything.
no,
Like,
he's very he very thoughtful in the way he goes about his business because he knows exactly what to do and how to do it. He's very hindsight. It's not in the moment passion killing. It's I need to do it this way because of this situation and this situation, and that'll give me an alibi. I mean,
no,
everything is.
I think there's still like.
Oh
a
my
passion
God.
Killing. He is a great puppet master, but I do think that he does kill out of passion. It's not that he plans these killings in advance. He like most of the time he just it acts like he just acts and does it, and then he has
like,
to
oh
be
shit.
critical thinking and figure out like what he needs to do to cover his tracks. So I think it's both. I think he does passionate killings, and then he has to figure out the best way. And I think he's smart in the fact that he can. He's read enough and probably can figure out the best way to cover his tracks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which most people can do nowadays, not just with books, but the thing called the internet. So.
Yes. Which that give you a way if you're searching, how do I get rid of a dead body?
Well, I mean, he's really good about. He gets somebody's phone and he'll text them from that phone about the verbiage they would use and giving them an alibi, making sure it pings off the right towers and all this kind of stuff. So he's
ridiculous.
Great with his. He's not. Chaos ensues. It is. This is what I need to do, and this is the path I need to go.
Terrifying that there's people actually out there like that. But yeah, I enjoyed season 1, but I really like season 2. Now I will say the character of Love, when we meet her and everything, it goes to a very he's talking about in the very first episode, like, I'm not going to do it, I'm going to be better. But then when you get to the end of the first episode, you realize he did the exact same thing that he did last season, even though the whole first episode is trying to show you that he didn't do it, but he did. Now who's making lots of noises? So I enjoyed the Love character. At first I found 40 really annoying the first couple episodes. Her twin brother.
Pretty fucking
like,
annoying
God,
the entire time.
So annoying.
The entire time, but I found him as a necessity as well.
Yes, I found the first couple episodes when you meet him and everything, he's really annoying. But then I didn't like him, but I found his character, like you said, the necessity.
Yeah.
But I didn't hate him anymore. He was just like, okay, he's there. There's a point to him now instead of just this random ass person that's on my screen.
Yeah.
I did not expect the twist of her being basically the girl version of him. And Candace has been saying the whole season, like, I'm going to show you that you're not the good guy, because in his mind, he is the good guy. In his mind, everything he's done is the right thing to do in the situation that he was in.
Right.
So Candace saying that I'm going to show you you're not the good guy was really interesting. And then him coming face to face with himself in love um, was was a great twist. Did not see it coming. I did get the fact that she was pregnant ruined for me. I saw it on the internet. That's my problem with Netflix is if you don't binge it when it comes out, you're gonna get something spoiled. Like you have to watch Netflix shows the weekend that they come out, or you're eventually gonna have something spoiled. So I did know that by the season finale she was going to be pregnant, but luckily nothing else was spoiled. So I was still surprised with the fact that she was a crazy person too.
I enjoyed the ending with the white picket fence and the perfect home life and her belly.
He got everything he wanted.
Perfect, and you're like, awesome. This, I mean, you hate it because he's a bad guy, but you love it because it's done. And then the little fucking peephole that I hated the last 30 seconds, even though they've already said they're making a season 3. Fucking hated it. I was like, that is a perfect bow end. Go ahead and move on, but they're like, let's continue this. He's got
no. I completely disagree with you.
He's got a kid and a family and somebody just like him. There's nothing more that he could ask for than the life he personally has.
That's the fucked up thing about him. It's not what he actually like. He gets everything he wants at the end, everything he thinks that he wants, but it's not what he actually is striving for. He likes the game. He likes the hunt and the game that's played between him and her. This with everything with the 3 girls that he's done this with. He likes it all. It's not about getting to the end result. It's the journey that he enjoys.
Okay, I can actually agree with that.
Like, and so the fact that he gets everything he wants
hated it.
And it's still not what he actually wants. He doesn't realize that what he enjoys is all of that stuff. Because that's how
he thought that would make him normal.
Yeah, he thought that this like getting the white picket fence and getting a family and everything would be everything that he wants, and it's not. Which just shows how messed up he is. So I'm actually excited for next season because I'm interested to know not what he's going to do with his neighbor, but how Love's going to react to it, because she is she's crazy like him. So I'm curious to see, is this everything she wanted? She's good now?
She's protective of what she loves, which was her brother, and that's why she did it originally. And then obviously she protected him as well. So she's protective, just like a mother should be.
That's okay, sure.
You wouldn't kill for your little one?
Oh, I would.
You wouldn't for your man?
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyways, moving on. I'm curious to see how she reacts and if she realizes when she realizes what he has going on, because he's gonna have to get more crafty. Because I think one of the lines I liked was like, "Shit, he's like, being attractive to smart women is great, but then also there's a downside because they're smart." So that's going to be the most interesting storyline on how she reacts to what's going on.
Gotcha.
For season 3.
The first season ended with him getting away and having the job and life that he wants, but escaping eventually to California. And the second season ended even better, on greater terms, with the family and the house and everything that he wants.
Yep.
So it seems like the bows that are tied at the end of each season, I don't see how one could be even more perfect of a bow at the end of the third season. I'm looking forward to it because I want to see this journey, but I hope they try not to do too much now that it has become popular.
Yeah. I would say that I don't think season 1 ended with a bow. I think it ended with a bow on the fact that he got away with it. He got away with like blaming it on Dr. Nikki and getting the book out and everything. But then Candace came back and his whole world is thrown upside down. So I don't think that it ended on a bow for season 1. I think season 2 ended on a bow with the perfect life that he thought he always wanted. And I'm glad that we got more story on his childhood.
Scot-free, not in jail, all bases covered, no paper trail. That's how season 1 ended, and then Candace came in, and then it was like, oh, here we go. But that's how it ended. It did end with a little bit of a bow. He's covered across the board, but Candace is going to be a screw in this. Just like this one ended with everything is perfect home lifestyle. What the fuck is going to happen with this? So it's the same. Each one is ending correctly, and
With the
nicely.
bow,
But there's
you're talking about the murders. You're talking about the murders
he could
being
just
wrapped up in a
yeah,
bow.
just he can,
Yeah. Okay.
So
Because the murders this season were also wrapped up in a bow, like perfectly with the cops shooting 40, who knew what happened with him and everything, and them thinking that 40 was the one that killed Harrison. So, and then Delilah being missing. Now her little sister is still out there, and her little sister is like, "Hey, the money you gave me ran out." Like, so I think her little sister will come back into play next season. I wonder if, like, how much, if we're gonna get any kind of like 3 months later or something, if we're gonna get like a time jump, and where he's gonna be at. Like, is the baby already gonna be here? So how would you do that? Would you do a time jump where like the baby's already here, or would you wait and have like the season start off with?
There hasn't been a time jump yet, so I don't believe there should be one this time as well. She was already far enough along to look at that moment. You could say at any point during the season, you can have a week time jump when she goes into labor and then the baby's here. So I don't think they need a massive jump whatsoever in the actual series. Plus, you can do a few things with her being pregnant, not being as mobile, or being stuck at home, where he actually has a little bit of freedom.
Or very emotional.
Yeah, he can be a little bit. He can get away from it all and go do his thing. You know, she thinks I'm out shopping, blah blah blah. But he can stalk his neighbor. But when the baby's there, it opens up him having to take care of somebody other than himself, because then the kid's gonna rely on him for daycare and pickups, and he may be late picking the kid up from daycare at one point, and then Love gets a call. So I think that they're not going to do a jump. I think it's going to be an immediate pickup and from this.
Well, we know they're making another season. It's coming out next year, 2021. Don't know when yet. Don't have a date on that yet. But everything's wrapped up from season 1. Like, Candace is dead now. So season 1, I feel like it's completely wrapped up. Even Dr. Nikki being in jail has stopped fighting. Like, he's like, I didn't kill Beck, but I deserve to be here. Like, everything from season 1, I think, has been wrapped up in a bow.
He gave up fighting him. He's like, I shouldn't fight that guy because he's on top of his shit.
Yeah. So now we have season 2. We have season 2. I think what's gonna come over from season 2 is Delilah's little sister is eventually gonna pop back up, because she's a pretty smart, and I liked her character, and I hope she does kind of figure some stuff out. So we have her coming back. We have obviously Love and the baby. Her parents, I wonder if they'll play a role in season 3 as well. I think the mom more so than the dad, because she was there at the house at the end of season 2. So I think that she'll play a role in it as well. What else do you think is going to roll over from season 2?
I think that's a good starting point. I think it's
and
going
then
to be
obviously the neighbor.
Yeah, just like in Dexter, it was a balancing of the kid and home life and his personal life. And I don't know if anything can top the ending of season 4 of Dexter, but that was. I'd like to see this get close or attempt, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Give me that fix.
And I think next time I'll have to binge this on the weekend it comes out, so I don't get anything ruined for me.
Sounds good.
So.